All right, so I want to show you how I make my milkshakes with the Ninja Auto IQ. It's a great blender. It pretty much pulverizes anything, and you can use whatever base you want. I use half and half, but obviously you can use what you like. And I put a little freeze-dried coffee in there, and then I use this Levels whey protein, just what I like. There's a link in the description if you want to check it out. It's really good. It's like cake. It's good stuff. A little bit of that. I keep it pretty simple. That. And a little honey. And this thing will, I got ice in there, obviously a bunch of ice. And it will absolutely pulverize. It's quite a machine. It's really cool. Like it a little sweet? This is a real basic one here, but I want to just show you it. It's a little loud. And what it does is, I'm gonna back up here. What it does is it senses what you're crushing up. It's kind of like a smart washing machine, and it goes through a cycle, you know, where it lets the stuff fall back down and pushes it back up and falls down and comes back, rises up again. So it really gets it completely blended. You get a nice smooth product. And it'll go through its cycle. And it kind of knows, I don't know, it's an auto IQ. So, and there you have it. And then I'll pour this off. The other thing I wanted to show you was this. Transfer that. This is cool. If you don't have one of these, you need to get it. One of these bottle brushes. These things are really cool. This one comes with 3 brushes on it, but I take one of the brushes off because it gets in the way if you've got something like a cup or something and you're trying to clean it, or whatever, a container that has a handle on it or whatever, it'll get in the way. So 2 is good enough. And all I do is I just run really hot water, and I'll run hot water on it, and you can put a little bit of dish soap on it. And you want to clean this once in a while, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. So get that going. Then first, of course, rinse your cup out, so you don't have a bunch of crud in there already. You don't want to put the crud right down on the thing. So get it rinsed out decent. Then you just take this, fill it up with some water. You can give it another squirt of soap and put that in there. And man, that's all you got to do. And it gets the lip and the threads and everything just perfectly. So you've got to have one of these things if you make shakes. And that's it. And then you rinse that. And that sucker is clean as a whistle. You don't got to worry about any protein scale or bacteria or anything getting on in your drink. And like, even if you're using like a spoon to scoop, this thing is great. You know, right in there like that. Look at that. And it scrubs your dishes and it gets all the crud off there. Forks, knives, spoons. The thing is cool. I like it. And then I just clean this guy out. Now when you do this, be careful, because if you go the wrong way, it'll shoot the stuff back up at you. You want to go this way, not down, or it flings it in your face. And it gets in that groove and everything, in that crack, and cleans it out really nice in your blades. And that's it. It's safe. You're not playing around with the blade. So it's an awesome tool. That's hot water. All right, so like I was saying, when you get one of these guys, it's got 3 brushes on it. Just counterclockwise, it was already unthreaded. Just unscrew it and one of them comes out. And I just take it and, you know, just store it someplace, because it just, for me, it's in the way, you know, when you get certain kinds of containers. Anyways, and then once in a while, you're gonna wanna really clean this thing. So I just take the whole thing apart. You don't have to take them all off, but take one off. And then just make sure you saturate it really good with some food safe sanitizing cleaner. And it's, you can get it all kinds of places. I mean, you can use pretty much any sanitizer if you want, but you should use a food safe one, just because, you know, you're gonna be in contact with it. And then really hot water, and just blast the thing down. And I blast it down with hot water every day after I use it anyway, and just get all the food and junk out of it. It's got suction cups on it, so it stays down really good. And then just clean it out real good with the sanitizer. And make sure you rinse it really good, because you don't want to be eating sanitizer, obviously. Just like in a restaurant. And it'll drain real good, because, you know, the bristles are loose, but just get anything you can see on there off. And you can bleach it once in a while if you want, but I don't really do that because sanitizer is good enough. But you could if you wanted to. And if you rinse it good enough, you're good. And that's really it. That's it, because you want to do that, because you don't want to have bacteria in there and get sick. And that's it. And then just let that drip dry. I really get crazy rinsing it. I like to rinse it really good, but I let it dry and then I'll put it back together. And when you're done, just put it back, just screw one back in there, and you're back in business. All right, guys. So anyways, just I'd show you that. See you later.